recently been diagnosed with Lyme disease. Not only that, but a serious case of chronic mono, which affected my skin, brain, function, energy, and overall health. These things will be explained further in a docu-series I'm putting on YouTube shortly. You can all learn that I've been battling and overcoming. It's been a rough couple of years, but getting the right treatment that will help this so far incurable disease, and I will be back and better than ever, no cap. He ain't using no kind of punctuation at all, so that threw me off. My thoughts on this are, I was wondering why he took a long break from music. At first, I thought it was the antics, and then the breakup, and then a whole bunch of other stuff that had nothing to do with his health.
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, it's understandable. Mentally, it could be taxing. You need time off. That makes sense. I had no idea until recently that it was about this. So I'm kind of shocked because this doesn't, you don't hear really, it's becoming more evident now that people his age and people in their early 20s and even people in their late 20s, people in their 20s with so much accessibility at that age, it's going to take a mental toll on you. But some people forget the physical too.
For sure. And I mean, this is news to me. I had no idea that Justin was going through this at all. But also, Avril Lavigne went through the same thing. She took off music, and a lot of people don't know about that. And then she took off, I don't think it was maybe 4 to 6 years of music. And then all of a sudden she came out with this amazing album. A lot of people were thinking that she was going through the divorce and like she was going through relationship things, and she kept it completely silent. And I get like that's really something personal, and you don't really want to like reveal something like that because it's traumatic to yourself. And it's just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to keep this to myself. But like, so, like, it's crazy to me that went through. This also hits, like, a personal side because one of my family members also suffers from Lyme disease, and I understand the toll that takes because, like, she has the stage 4, like, the worst case, and it hits her in, like, the most inconvenient time. So, like, that hits home, and I understand, like, so I can understand why he took it off because that's just way too much.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much to deal with at once. You got to think the lifestyle that he is in. He needs to take that time to get his mental health together. Not only mental health, but also physical health as well. I hope he's getting all the right treatment. I hope he's doing exactly what he needs to do. John, I want your thoughts on this issue because you're a musician. You've dealt with physical health before and stuff of that nature that you had to change some stuff around.
Yeah.
So I want your thoughts on the psychology, what mentally he could be doing with dealing with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's, like, 3 sides to it. I mean, you could argue 4. But, like, I mean, like I'm a videographer / editor and graphic designer. Me and my sister own our own media production company for the last 10 years. And just the amount of, like, emotional toll that you have just doing something, and Evie can actually attest this too, because with her own business and everything like that, from a personal toll, 365 days of the year, like, this is your living. This is just what you have to do. And just the stress factor of, like, that you go through on that is just enough. But then also I'm a person that struggles with diabetes, you know, finding out, you know, about 3 years ago that I did that I had diabetes along with my sister, especially growing in my family and stuff like that, and making life changes. Because it is a life thing. It is a disease, and it's one of those things to where it's just like you have a decision to where you can live each day to its fullest by what you put into your body, literally put into your body based on your diet, or you can be selfish and say, I don't give a crap about myself. I don't care about the people that love me, and I'm choosing to die. And it is a conscious, intentional decision. And it's a very, very hard thing to do, especially like if you're not a driven person, and if you don't have that those people in your life that keep you accountable. And I'm lucky enough to have so many people. You included Everett and Evie, some of my best friends.
No, we'll keep you accountable, all right.
Yeah, and it's
Darn tootin'.
yeah, and I'm just lucky to be in the situation that I'm in, especially with transitioning this last year of like, owning the East Coast side of Springwood and everything like that. It's definitely been a transition for me and my sister, but in terms of like medical stuff, it's all about what you put in, dude.
It's so true. And I, in the past year or two, I struggled with thyroid issues. I struggled with a lot of grieving, and I understand the toll that it does on your mental health. I mean, a lot of people wonder why I kind of went radio silent for as long as I did, was because my health was not doing great either, and it was something that you don't really want to tell people. It's not something that I hate people feeling sorry for me. Like, that's not
Right.
like, I don't want the pity. That's not anything that I want. And I can probably understand why Justin never said anything, because he doesn't want to feel sorry for it. He wants to be, he's like, you know what? I'm going to come out of this better. I'm going to come out of this stronger, and I'm going to get better music from this. Like, this is just, I have to do my own self-healing, and that's not something I want to tell everyone and broadcast everywhere, because my fans are going to feel sorry for me, and that's not something that I want. And I personally understand that, because I don't want people to know that I had a scare of not being able to sing again. Like, that is terrifying. And like, being a co-writer and like working with musicians and doing that side of things, I had to take a step back, because like, I'm dealing with my own personal stuff, so I don't want that to affect my work for their music or my work for my own personal music. So like, it's really good to take that time off and like really evaluate and like make sure that you're strong enough to, you know what, I'm going to say this, like, this is the time that I'm ready. Like, I'm strong enough to let everybody know, and I want you guys to know that I don't need to feel sorry for. I'm better now. I'm working on it. I'm getting the help that I need. So like, I just need these people to just support me and be like, hey, we're going to do this together. You're going to be 10 times better than what you were. So,
And that's the best thing for anybody dealing with these issues, whether they're a musician or not, especially with Justin Bieber. I mean, I don't care if he has the money to get the best treatment in the world possible. This is still an issue. He's still a human being at the end of the day. So we're definitely praying for his well-being and his health and stuff of that nature. And I think it's very crucial. He recently put out a single called Yummy. My quick thoughts on it is the song is not for me. That is not specifically targeted for me. The song is more targeted for a feel-good party song for early 20s, mid-20s,
Yeah,
college age.
17.
Right.
Yeah.
What is going to be for me, though, is those hard ballads where he is probably going to be talking about the stuff that he's dealing with in the songs that have not been released yet.